Hello, Tribute Band Central. Welcome to the show. We are promoting a really big show this week. Friday night is the new premiere for Forever Man, Eric Clapton tribute, starring Lance Price. And Lance has given us a couple of minutes of his time today, and I thank you so much and welcome to the show, Lance.
Thank you so much for having me on, Harlan. I really appreciate it.
Well, I'm excited to learn more about the show, and I in doing some of my research for the interview, um, I'm just in awe. You perform like every day almost. I think your website says 300 shows or 300
Yeah.
performances a year. That is just amazing. And
Yeah.
as someone who's coming from the crowd side, thank you so much.
Oh,
Love live
thank you.
music. And hey, if it wasn't for guys like you, we wouldn't have places to go. And I appreciate people who play on weeknights, not just weekends. So
Yeah, I try to play as much as I can. Yeah, pretty much Thursday through Sunday, I'm pretty busy. That's when I
excellent, excellent.
mostly play.
Well, let's talk a little bit. Fill me in. Give me a 1 or 2 minute bio on your musical background, your journey.
Okay. I started playing guitar when I was like 7 years old. Got my first guitar, started playing in church. My uncle played guitar there, and he taught me some chords, followed along with the congregational singing, and that was I didn't know it at the time, but I was training my ear to follow music, and that was really cool. And then discovered rock and roll and heavy metal around 11 or 12, and then really got into playing that stuff. Eric Clapton, of course, and
Very cool. Very
yeah,
cool. Well, what let's talk a little bit about Eric Clapton. What kind of drew you into that music? What was your first album that you got or maybe cassette tape? I don't know exactly how
yeah.
old you are.
Actually, I
Some
can tell you, it was a cassette tape, and I can tell you exactly when it happened. Um, I remember going to Virginia with my parents. We had family up there, and we go visit. And the car we had, I was like 11 or 12, somewhere in there. And the car that we had, the radio didn't work. And we had two tapes. We had, I think it was Randy Travis, and we had the Eric Clapton Timepieces tape, which was or cassette. It was it's kind of a greatest hits album from the
Yep.
70s and 80s,
Yep.
and we alternate those two tapes. And I just remember like kind of waiting for the Eric Clapton tape to come back around because I really like nothing against Randy Travis. I just I like the guitar work. That's when I really noticed Clapton and got into it and thought it was cool. He was just the coolest.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, that's those were the old days when you only had a couple of tapes or and yeah,
I thought
I
it,
used to do the same thing,
yeah,
play the heck out of them until almost had to buy the same tape again because I'd wear out the it would
yeah.
stretch a little bit, things like that. You remember those old things. So
And people don't know, like young kids today don't know the struggle. Like I had to learn to play guitar along with the tape. And the thing with the tape is different tape players play different speeds. So it wouldn't
that's
be
right.
exactly in tune.
Yep.
So I'd find the tape player in the house that played closest to the right speed. But then back then they mastered tapes, which sped them up, slowed them down. So it was always out of tune. It's hard to play along with a recording that you love because it's in the cracks of the tuning.
You
So
You are so right. They all the kids growing up with just streaming do not understand what we went through. And having to
right.
use the pencil to rewind the tape sometimes
Yes.
like that.
Yep. Yep.
So so I see in the background there, and you had
Mhm.
mentioned it to me that you wanted to feature it when we talked today, the
Oh
guitar.
yeah.
So fill me in on the guitar you've got
Yes.
and
This
what
is
part it plays.
okay. Yeah, this is hold on. Let me grab it.
No problem.
This is my Eric Clapton signature series Stratocaster. You can see here it says on the headstock it's got Eric Clapton's signature and but the cool thing about this guitar is it's an exact copy of his famous Blackie Stratocaster that he played in the 70s and 70 days. It's actually on the album cover of the Timepieces album. Well, it's on a lot of album covers actually, but and this guitar is just amazing, and it allows to get all the different sounds because we're covering. Clapton's got so many eras of music that it's good to have a guitar I can dial in all the different tones, which is the same reason he needs it because he has to cover all that stuff when he plays live too. But the specs, the electronics, everything, there's so much attention to detail. Actually, one thing that's pretty cool. I said I wouldn't nerd out about my guitar, but uh, inside the back, there's actually a block of wood stuck in the back because without getting technical, to keep the bridge from moving, Clapton put a block of wood in the back. And if you
Hmm.
take this guitar apart, I actually had the other day to change the battery. There's actually a block of wood in there, and it's not like a fancy, special made. It's just like somebody took a 2x4 and just stuck it in there. It's like that's just the attention to detail they gave this thing. So he could walk in and play this guitar, which he actually does. He plays these guitars on his gigs now because he sold Blackie like years back at an auction, so to raise money. So yeah.
Amazing, amazing. I am very much looking forward to hearing you play it and seeing it on Friday night. I'll put you on the spot a little bit, and you can do two songs if you have to. But what's your favorite song to perform on these shows, or your favorite two? I hate to lock you down. You artists get very
Yeah.
emotional sometimes.
Well, my favorite one is probably Bad Love. That's the when we started this project, when I started this, I was like, I have to play Bad Love. It's just a rocking killer song. And man, we rehearsed last week and it sounded incredible. It was so good. Really like that song. It's fun to play. It's rocking. Uh, maybe Wonderful Tonight for sentimental reasons. That's my mom's favorite song, and that's the reason why I heard Clapton. That's the reason I heard that album. I think she has every version of that song ever recorded as her favorite song. So I grew up with that in the background always, and then finally started paying attention with the Timepieces album. You know.
Outstanding, outstanding. Well, I will definitely make a mental note to try to get those on video for the channel
Oh
when I
yeah,
go to the show on Friday night.
cool.
Now, the way Lance and I really got to know each other is he performs with my buddy Mark Cavalli.
Yep.
And as I understand, so Mark is actually producing this show. Is that correct? Or he's your
Yeah, he set it up. And I play with him in the Billy Joel tributes, him, Piano Man. Um, and he called me the first of the year and he said, how would you like to do a clap, do the Forever Man show at Mad Life? And I was like, I would love to, because we've kind of been on like a little bit of a hiatus for a while. So it was a good excuse to bring it back.
great?
So we're thankful for him for that. So,
Very good, very good. Um, so fill me in on your band. Who's in the band with you and who's performing with you?
oh, actually, two of the guys from Piano Man, Steve Florzakowski is playing bass
Great.
and Mac McBride's playing drums. And
Okay.
then I got two people I used to be in a wedding band called USB. They're killer musicians. Ryan Omario's playing keyboard and some guitar. And then I got Rhonda Wilson singing background vocals with us. So it's a killer band. Like, I'm really excited about it. Really excited about playing with them.
Excellent, excellent. And
Yeah.
I know Mac and I know Steve, so
Hmm. We
it'll
know
be
how good they
great
are. So, yeah.
to meet the others and
Yeah.
looking forward to it. So just to remind my listeners, Mad Life Stage and Studio, which is in
Hmm.
Woodstock, Friday, February 27th, 7 p.m. show.
Hmm.
I will put a link down below in the
Nice.
comments so that you can get your tickets. They are selling fast. I was at Mad Life last night, and so don't wait around. I don't want you to get shut out.
Yeah.
If you are there and you see me, please be sure to come up. I'd love to say hello.
Of course. Of
And
course.
I
Sorry.
am just so impressed with your performances, and I
Thanks.
really cannot wait, Lance. I'm very, very
Chandler
excited.
wants to say Chandler wants to say hello, I think.
Ah,
Say hi.
hello,
But he's been
hello.
hanging out. He usually hangs out with me when I'm in here practicing. And I've done some promo videos of him hanging out with me and jamming. He likes the guitar, I think.
Outstanding, outstanding. All right. Well, thanks for saying hi. Thanks
Thanks
for
for having me.
coming on, and
Yeah.
we will see you on Friday night.
Hey, Dave.
And
Yes, sir.
it will be a rocking show, I know.
Oh yeah. I'm really excited. It's gonna be a good time.
All righty. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for everything. Tribute Band Central, like, share, subscribe, and we will see you Friday night at the show.
Right.